You've been telling yourself that your child's iPad time is okay because they're using educational apps. But what if I told you that these so-called learning games might actually be causing more damage to their developing brain than mindless entertainment? This shocking truth about educational screens will change everything you thought you knew about healthy screen time. Stay with me, because at the end, I'll reveal the 3 warning signs that your child's educational screen time has crossed into addiction territory. Here's what the app developers don't want you to know. Educational apps are specifically designed to be more addictive than regular entertainment because they exploit your parental guilt. When your child plays a math game or spelling app, you feel good about their screen time, which means you're less likely to set limits. This creates a perfect storm where your child gets unlimited access to highly stimulating content while you remain convinced you're making a responsible parenting choice. The dirty secret of educational apps is that they use the exact same psychological manipulation techniques as gambling machines. Every correct answer triggers flashing lights, celebratory sounds, and digital rewards that flood your child's brain with dopamine. The difference is that entertainment apps at least admit they're designed for fun, while educational apps masquerade as learning tools when they're actually sophisticated addiction machines wrapped in alphabet letters and number games. Think about how your child behaves when using educational apps versus traditional learning activities. When they're engaged with real books, puzzles, or hands-on learning, you can interrupt them for dinner or bedtime without a meltdown. But try stopping them in the middle of an educational game, and you'll see the same explosive reaction you get from entertainment screens. This tells you everything you need to know about what's really happening in their brain. Here's the most concerning part that most parents miss. Educational screens actually interfere with deep learning because they provide instant gratification for every small step. Real learning requires struggle, patience, and the ability to sit with confusion until understanding emerges. When children become accustomed to immediate rewards for every correct answer, they lose their tolerance for the natural frustration that comes with mastering new skills. Educational apps also create what psychologists call learned helplessness around learning. Your child begins to believe they need the app to learn anything new. They stop trusting their own ability to figure things out and become dependent on the digital prompts, hints, and rewards. This is why children who use educational apps extensively often struggle more with traditional learning environments like school, where immediate digital feedback isn't available. The most insidious aspect is how educational screens destroy intrinsic motivation. When learning becomes associated with external digital rewards, children lose interest in subjects unless they're packaged with flashy graphics and sound effects. A simple math worksheet becomes boring, not because it's harder, but because it doesn't provide the dopamine hit their brain has learned to expect from educational apps. Here's what real educational engagement looks like in a healthy child. They can focus on a single activity for age-appropriate periods without needing constant stimulation. They ask questions that go deeper than surface-level facts. They can handle making mistakes without immediate correction or encouragement. They show curiosity about topics even when no screen is involved. Most importantly, they can transition away from learning activities without emotional dysregulation. Now let me give you the 3 warning signs that educational screen time has become problematic. First, your child can only focus on learning when it's presented digitally. If they resist books, reject puzzles, or claim traditional learning activities are boring, their brain has been hijacked by artificial stimulation. Second, they have emotional meltdowns when educational screen time ends, just like they do with entertainment screens. The content doesn't matter. The addiction patterns are identical. Third, they've lost the ability to self-direct their learning and constantly need external validation or prompts to stay engaged. The solution isn't to find better educational apps or limit screen time to certain hours. The solution is to recognize that developing brains need to learn frustration tolerance, delayed gratification, and intrinsic motivation, none of which can be developed through any type of screen-based learning. Your child's brain is designed to find learning naturally rewarding, but only when it hasn't been overstimulated by artificial digital rewards. If you want to support your child's education, trade the educational apps for real-world learning experiences. Let them struggle with actual puzzles, explore books without interactive features, and discover that learning can be satisfying without constant digital celebration. Their developing brain will thank you, and you'll raise a child who can think deeply and focus naturally. Comment below and let me know what you are currently struggling with relating to your kid's obsession with screens. Click the link or check my bio to discover an ebook that can give you all the skills that you need to stop your child's screen addiction.